Hey guys, something new I'm doing here on my channel called the Winnipeg Jets Comment Hall of Fame. It's just you guys leave a comment down in the comment section down below, and if I find it useful or if I like the comment, you will be added to the Comment Hall of Fame, and your name will be featured at the end of every Winnipeg Jets video from here on out, depending on when you make it. Now, your comment would have to be useful, or it may have to be supportive of the team, something like that. And there will be different tiers, so the more you comment, the higher your rank will be, and the more support I will show for you. So, just be sure to leave those comments down below, and you'll hear more about it at the end of the video. So, I hope you guys enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Winnipeg Jets franchise mode. In the last episode, I brought the series back, boys and girls. The series that redefined franchise modes here on my channel. And basically, you guys enjoyed it, and so did I. I enjoyed making it. So, here we are, and we're at the trade deadline. So, this is the team we have currently. I don't foresee us making any moves. Of course, William Nylander is definitely an option to move. I mean, I'm kind of stuck on this guy. Do we move him? Do we sign and trade him? What do we do? We could acquire quite a good player for William Nylander. But what's the point of doing that when we have some good players coming up? We could just re-sign William Nylander. I mean, he's not going to get good at face-offs, but we are going to look around the league, see if there's any trades, and go from there. So let's go ahead and hop right into that and look around the league for some trades for probably a second-line winger. Let's see what we can find. Alright guys, I looked around the entire league, and I found a player that best fits our team for William Nylander. Now, William Nylander, remember, has the low elite, 25 years old. So, he's going to grow a lot more. He just needs to find a team that would build around him. Our team, obviously, we don't build around players besides Shifley and Lane and Josh Morrissey. We're acquiring players to better them, not players to make a team. William Nylander could make a team one day. He's going to be an elite first-line center one day. Well, we're going to send him to a rebuilding team, and that's the New Jersey Devils. And that is right. They have a player named Taylor Hall, who's 30 years old, still playing in New Jersey, 20 goals on the season, 33 assists, basically. He has 52 points in 62 games. He's not on a good team. He can't be too happy there. If you look at his playoff stats, he's only made playoffs 1 year. And he has 5 points in 7 games. He is dying to play some playoff hockey. And bringing him to Winnipeg would do just that for us. And for him, as he really wants to just raise Lord Stanley one day. Now, obviously, because New Jersey is a rebuilding team, we would include our first round pick. Which, if we win the Cup, it's 30th. So it's a second round pick, basically. So, William Nylander in at first for Taylor Hall. I feel like that could go through straight up. So let's add something else. Just to make this a little fair. I want to keep this GM mode not crazy. Like, I want to make it kind of realistic. Let's see if we can throw in a prospect. What about this Sierra guy? Todd Sierra, right wing sniper, 20 years old, 68 overall. I don't know who this Fragapane guy is, but whoever this Fragapane guy is, he does not like, but he likes. He has a hate relationship with this Fragapane guy. Whatever. I don't even know if there's anyone on our team with that name, so that's weird. It might be a glitch. Is McLaren's like that? No. It's just him. Is it still like that, or did it just glitch? It's still like that, so he must be one of those weird, glitchy players. So it's a good thing we're throwing him on this trade. So not only do they get a prospect center, also a right wing. Well, actually, William Nylander's an established center. He just has a lot of room to grow. And a prospect right wing and a first round pick for Taylor Hall. Would this trade go through? Rejected. Okay, we're going to have to give them a lot more according to that font. So, let's see here. Crap. Do they want any of our prospect goalies? We have a wide pool of prospect goalies down there. I would be okay with giving up Koki. I mean, we have Darcy Sharp, Oldrich, Koki. I mean, he's a stand-up goalie. Stand-up goalies don't get crazy good. So, throwing him in there, he has more value, would definitely help this trade out. And just to make sure, because it says the value is way off, we'll include another draft pick. How about a second for next year? That way we're not losing some crazy picks, but we're still getting a player who's worth a first. Would this trade go through? Rejected. Wow. They don't want to give up Taylor Hall, so we're really going to have to push some buttons here. What if we make that second a first for next year? I hate trading away first-round picks, but for Taylor Hall, that's 2 more years in the Stanley Cup Final. Almost guaranteed. Would this trade go through? Reject. What? 2 first, William Nylander, and 2, I would say, A-, B+ prospects. For Taylor Hall, he's 30 years old, playing on a team that is going to start to deteriorate, and they don't have any good prospects lined up. Their defensive core, highest overall on their defense, is at 84 overall. They're a crappy team, and they won't even take a prospect and some picks and some prospects to make their team better. I'm going to give one more shot at Taylor Hall here. If we can't get him, I'm going to look around and see if I can find another team. What if instead of Koki, or what if instead of Sierra, we will throw in something they want. Let's see what they want here. Okay, so we definitely have to give up something they want. I mean, Sierra has the highest value out of anything they want, basically, that I'd be willing to give up. I mean, okay, this Rensfeldt guy, sure, I'll throw him in. Now would this trade go through? Rejected. Okay, they don't want to get rid of Taylor Hall, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to find another team. Let me look around and see what I can do. Okay, guys, I found another replacement for William Nylander, and it's a player who's already established. One in Nicholas Bjugstad. We could use the big guy, 6'6", 218 pounds. Maybe that's what our team's missing in our top 6, is that physical guy. We have Blake Wheeler on the 3rd line, but he's on the 3rd line. We need that big guy in the top 6. Nick Bjugstad does get points in this game. It shows he has up to 68 points. The least amount would be about 34, but you know what? He only played 67 games, and I think actually it's before the game. This is where the season going to start, 16, 17, 56, 57, 49. So he's going to get us quite a bit of points, and he's also a great two-way forward. That could be what we need, is another two-way forward. He's locked up for 3 more years for a lot of money. I mean, Florida is kind of struggling, and Nick Bjugstad gets pushed to the 3rd line. His faceoffs, actually, I think he gets pushed to the 4th, because they have so many centers. Their team is like 90% centers. Yeah, I mean, Barkov, Harlick, then Bjugstad, Trocheck, and on and on and on. They have so many centers. Well, they also have a prospect they're not using, this Edwin James guy. He's a center, two-way forward. He's 83 overall and 20 years old. I'm going to snag him up. He's not even signed. I mean, if we can get him, that would be a huge steal. For William Nylander, and is there any prospects they would be interested in? Anybody who's unsigned, you know, no. None of them. They may want a draft pick here. I'd be okay with giving them a first. Florida, they don't want a first, but they do need a goalie. And they want some goalies. We will give them Koki. They want Koki. They can have Koki. And we will throw in a first-round pick. Would this trade go through? Oh, my God. I hate it when it doesn't include you. You know what? Maybe that's a sign. Nick Bjugstad and Edwin James for William Nylander and Koki. Would this trade go through? Rejected. Okay, so we're throwing the first. Actually, let's try a second for next year. Would this trade go through? Accepted. Okay, good thing I'm going to give him a first. Wow. And just like that, we moved William Nylander. We got a player who's already locked up. The morale in the locker room is going to be up and down, but Nick Bjugstad's that physical guy who's going to help us put the puck in the back of the net. He's going to be that tall 6'6" frame standing in front of the net. Since we couldn't get the agile sniper Taylor Hall, might as well get the wrecking crew guy, Nick Bjugstad. Let's go edit the lines and see what the team looks like now, guys. Alright, guys, just to mix things up a bit, I am going to put Nick Bjugstad on the first line. He's listed as a 2nd liner, but he's almost 30 years old. His offensive categories are not bad at all, neither is his physical category. His defensive category is the only reason why he's not rated higher. I think it's a face-off. So if we change him to a winger, I guarantee you he would get a boost to, like, something better. Being traded is a big change. Okay, awesome. So we can't do a meeting with him or anything like that. But I guarantee if we trade him to a winger, his overall may go up a bit. I'm not going to tamper with that, mainly because Patrick Laine is still stuck at 87. He will be on the 2nd line now, trying to mix things up. Jansen Harkins has been producing at an incredible rate. So we're going to reward him with some second-line ice time, playing alongside Patrick Laine and Blake Wheeler. Joseph Quick's been doing good, 8 goals, 20 assists. But he's going to go down and play on the third line with Bergeron and Vesalainen. So Vesalainen and Quick are going to have some good chemistry coming up. They're going to be the future second line for this team. Then the fourth line, of course, exactly the same. Brendan Lemieux, Brett Howden, and Jarrett McCann. Pretty sick. Then on the defense, we do have Josh Morrissey, Tyler Myers, Jacob Trouba, Darcy Pisani, Logan Stanley, and Brandon Carlo. And in the crease, the beast in the crease, Eric Comrie and Connor Hellebuck. And we don't have anybody scratched, which we may want to take a look because we are going to turn injuries off in the playoffs. But our AHL team is tearing it up. Like, I can't even lie. So let's go ahead and get the rest of the season simulated and see how we can do. Alright guys, back to some simulation. We're going to slow sim this very first game after the deadline. And we upgraded the parking lot, so we did complete an owner goal. We're going to... Oh, hello. Darcy Sharp and Parsons. And a first from Mikhail Bodker and Dustin Byfuglien. No. We gave you Dustin Byfuglien so we could get rid of his contract. We're not playing contract ping pong here, guys. Not with us. Here we go. First game after the deadline against the Detroit Red Wings. Here we go. First periods. Jared McCann and Swanson. Second periods. Laine, Russo, and Kevin Hayes. Third periods. Austin Watson. Wow, we lost to Detroit 4-2. Come on, guys. Come on. You know, that's okay. They're Eastern Conference team. I'm sure we'll win back-to-back Western Conference games right here. Nashville Predators up first. Let's get an easy dubs here. Come on, guys. The Preds, let's take them down. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I really wish I could turn owner mode off now that we're halfway through it. And look at that. As I said, 2 back-to-back Central Division wins. They're both huge wins for us. We get a T-shirt giveaway coming up here next game against Detroit, so we will slow sim that game. Now, Washington Capitals 8-4 victory. There we go. I guarantee you, Laine and Bukestad got some goals in that game. Here we go. T-shirt giveaway. All the T-shirts have Nicholas Bukestad on the back of them, so everybody's celebrating his arrival here in Winnipeg, and so is he. Here we go. First periods, scoreless. Second period. Oh, and this is gonna be a goaltender battle. Third period, Brendan Lemieux, and a 1-0 victory over the Detroit Red Wings. Doesn't get any closer than that. Wow. What a game. That was so boring to watch. I guarantee you it was just neutral zone the whole time. 4-2 victory over the Canucks. So there we go. We're rolling now. That is a Josh Morrissey bobblehead giveaway night. We're definitely going to slow sim that. He'll probably get a few goals right there. Logan Stanley gained morale. 4-2 victory over the Maple Leafs. Toronto Maple Leafs again, back-to-back games against Toronto. And we will lose to them 4-2. We beat them 4-2, and then they got their revenge, beating us 4-2. So isn't that funny how that works? Let's do defenseman for 6 weeks. We don't have a first anymore, so... Actually, we do have a first. That's right. We gave them a second, so we do have a first. We lose to the Blues 5-4, but we beat Minnesota 3-2 in overtime. Here we go. Arizona Coyotes. Let's get Josh Morrissey bobblehead night going. First periods. Dylan Strome and Patrick Laine. Second periods. Jansen Harkins and Patrice Bergeron. That second line is blowing up now. Lawson Krause. Third periods. Max Domi and Joseph Quick, and we will take that 4-3. So that second line is blowing up now for goal scoring since I've made the changes. So what can I say? It was a pretty good trade in our favor. William Nylander was hurting the team in locker room chemistry, and this gives us the next level right here. Nicholas Bukestad will take this team to the next level. I promise you that. 2-1 win over the Arizona Coyotes. Anaheim Ducks, we beat them 3-2 in the shootout. New York Rangers 2-1 win. Minnesota Wild, let's get another W here. 3-0 loss. Ouch. Where do we sit in the playoff race? Where do we sit in the playoff race? That is the question. We are number 1 in the Central Division right now. We are guaranteed a playoff spot. How about that? That is awesome. That is exactly what I wanted to see. What a trade. Can I just say that was probably the most influential trade of the season right there. Nick Bukestad for William Nylander. and a prospect that's probably going to crack the team next season. How's Jansen Harkins doing? Look at that. He's exploding. Patrick Laine is exploding. Nick Bukestad starting to get a lot of points. Oliver Brookstrand's throwing up the points. I mean, everybody's throwing up points now. Even Bergeron. Christian Vesalainen's throwing up points, man. This was such a good trade for us. I really hope Jansen Harkins gets a boost. He may be the second liner next season if Bergeron and Blake Wheeler are gone, which is looking like they're going to be. So 17 goals, 37 assists, plus 11. What a beast. He's going to get some big money next season. What's the defense looking like? It still looks pretty solid. We're probably going to revamp the defense this offseason. We have too many defensive defensemen. We have 3 out of 6. If we have 3 out of 6, then I want at least another offensive defenseman, not just a two-way guy. So maybe Persani may be gone, or maybe even Trouba. Trouba's in a contract here. Maybe this is Jacob Trouba's last year in Winnipeg. You know what? No, it's too early to judge that. What are we worried about? We're worried about making the playoffs. Eric Comrie, what a beast. He's played 69 games. How many have held? He's only played 8. Whoa, oh, that's right. I forgot to turn auto goalie rotation off, or back on. So, last episode, basically when we simmed, Eric Comrie played almost every game there is. So, we have a chance, I believe, to win the President's Trophy here. I don't know if I want to go for it, but if you're Stanley Cup champions and win the President's Trophy, you kind of know what that means. Actually, yeah, never mind. We're not catching Tampa Bay. There's no way. Unless they lose out, we're not catching Tampa Bay. As long as we win the Central Division, I'd be happy. I don't want to play the Blues, though. The Blues are a scary team to play in the playoffs. I don't want to play them. So I kind of want the Blues to either pass Chicago or drop. It doesn't look like they're going to drop, though. So we're rooting for the Blues here to pass Chicago. Isn't that just crappy? That we need a team to pass the team to not play a good team. That's what sucks. Here we go. This could determine the Central Division right here. The Colorado Avalanche game, probably the biggest game in the season, because we may see each other in the playoffs, depending on how this game goes. Here we go. First periods, Mark Scheifele and Nicholas Bukestad, but Tyson Barrie keeps it interesting still. Second periods, Bergeron and Laine. Wow, our team is blowing up their team. Third periods, Tyler Myers, and wow, they almost forced overtime. That was scary. They're a third period team, aren't they? And we will take that game 5-4. Nick Bukestad got a goal, so did Laine. That's awesome. So we have a game against the St. Louis Blues here. Remember, every game we win... Oh, we have another game against Colorado coming up. So that could determine the division right here. This actually could determine it, actually. So let's get this win over the St. Louis Blues. Here we go. First periods. Ivy Swift, second periods. Vesalainen quick ties the game up. Shattenkirk with one for the Blues. Alright, guys. Here we go. Third periods. Scoreless, and we go to overtime. And into the shootout, Patrice Bergeron will take it in the shootout 2-3. There we go, boys. That's what I want to see from us. And just like that, I'm pretty sure we just won the Central Division. With that win, I'm pretty sure. No. This next game will determine if we win or lose the Central Division. Well, we're not going to lose the Central Division, but determine if we take home the Central Division title. So here we go. This game right here could clinch it for us. Because if we go up this many points on the Avs, they can't catch us, right? Unless we've already clinched it. So let's see here. Yeah, this game right here will determine if we clinch it or not. So let's clinch this division title, guys. Here we go. Even if we lose this game, we can still win it. So I'm not worried whatsoever. It doesn't even matter if we win or not. It just is a cool thing to add to the resume. Here we go. First periods, scoreless here in Winnipeg. Second periods. Doughty got one. Is that Steve Doughty? I'm not even sure. Third periods. There we go. Oh, overtime. What? I thought it was all us. Joseph Quick, Christian Vesalainen, Josh Morrissey, and Joseph Quick again. Zadorov, Winberg, and Tyson Barrie gets the one to tie the game up. And then overtime, Brandon Carlo, out of all people, the guy who never scores, a defensive defenseman who can barely hit the net, Brandon Carlo. And we will take the division. That should be the division clincher right there. Just like that, we clinched the Central Division. The fans are ready for another banner year next year, but that's not what they want on the banner. They want Stanley Cup champions back-to-back years in a row on the banner. Here we go. Let's win. Let's end this season off on a 5-game winning streak. Chicago Blackhawks up next. Come on, let's topple them. 4-2 loss, and now the last game of the season, the Minnesota Wild. Here we go. We're in Minnesota here. First periods. Hey, maybe the hometown boy Nick Bukestad gets something going. Second periods. Patrice Bergeron. I thought it said Bukestad. I was about to laugh. Third periods. Darcy Pisani, and we will take that one 2-0. What a game for us, and what a season. 52-26-4. We already know who we're playing with in the playoffs, the St. Louis Blues, unless Chicago dropped. Oh, I forgot. No, we're playing LA. Oh, I forgot about the Pacific Division. We're playing LA Kings in the playoffs, so duh. I'd rather play LA than St. Louis any day. Okay, they fell to the last wild card spot. Let's take a look at the standings and awards, and we will go from there. So, Laine led the team in points, 63 points. That's fairly low. But you know what? When your goal scoring and everything is so spread out, actually tied with Oliver Bjorkstrand. When your goal scoring and everything on the team is so spread out, it's fine. Him and Bjorkstrand had the same exact stats. That's funny. Harkins, 56 points. This dude is going to get a raise next season. A big raise next season. That is for sure. What is this passing at? 83. Wow. Then yeah, he gets all these assists. Mark Scheifele, 55 points. Bergeron, 54. Wheeler, Bukestad, 21 goals. That's what we got him for, man. He probably gets the dirty goals on the first line. He completes the first line, I'm telling you. Laine will one day, but not right now. Laine needs to play next to an older player. Yes, Mark Scheifele is an older player, first line forward, but Patrick Laine is not ready yet to be that first line forward. He's still a second liner. Hopefully he gets a jump soon. Blake Wheeler, Bukestad, Vesalainen, Quick, Howden, Morrissey, McCann, Lemieux, Myers. Myers was a plus 30. Wow, that's really saying something. Morrissey's a plus 33. Wow, that shows you the strength of our defensive core. Logan Stanley got 8 points this year. What a beast. And Brendan Carlo ended the year on a goal. 8 points. -2, though, but Logan Stanley +2. So there we go, boys. That's exactly what I want to see. Let's check out around the entire league and see. Mark Stone, what? Led the league in points. Okay, that's interesting. John Tavares, Matt Duchene, Patrick Kane, Steven Stamkos, Jonathan Tames, Michael Dal-Cole, Sidney Crosby, Panarin, Teravainen, Ben Puljujarvi. Wow, he's a 90. Jesse Puljujarvi, look at the progression on this guy. 90 overall. What a beast. He plays next to Connor McDavid. Oh, that's scary. And Jordan Eberle. OEL and Jordan Eberle. Where's McDavid at? There he is. 75 points. Wow. So, looks like Jesse Puljujarvi's pulling his weight there in Winnipeg. What a pick for them a few years back. And here's the goal scoring leader. Wow, Mark Stone. That's just weird. That just doesn't feel right. Like, that's weird. You know what? I guess he's a power forward. He's a big guy. He does have some skill, so that's probably why. Tavares, Sagan, Tames, Gauthier. Okay. Julien Gauthier has 31 goals. As I thought he was like an 86 overall. He's 89, so okay, that makes sense. 88. So yeah, everybody basically, nobody got past 50 goals this year. Let's check out the goalie race. Let's see if there's any goalie goals. That'd be fun. Actually, let's check out rookie skaters. Who's taking home the Calder this season? It will go home to probably this Minikov guy or this Swanson guy. Depends on how they rank it. Or this guy. They're all basically tied for points. Let's check out goalies. Any goalies can make their case. I don't think so. We will take a look, though. Games played. We're sorted by that. We're sorted by wins. Solars, 30. Yeah, no, you're not going to win Calder. Not like with numbers like that. Goalie of the Year award will go to probably Robin Lehner or Eric Comrie. Hey, man, Eric Comrie is a beast. How many shutouts does Eric Comrie have? Oh, never. Yeah. Yeah, Robin Lehner is going to win the Calder. Not the Calder, the Vezina Trophy this season, unfortunately. So, Eric Comrie will win something, though. So, that is the end of this season, guys. Again, playoffs. Again, we finished the top of the Central. This team is becoming pretty sick. And I'm excited to see where this team ends up in the long run. Remember, be sure to get your comments down below to make the Winnipeg Jets comment Hall of Fame at the end of the video. And I'll add the first person to the Hall of Fame next video in the playoffs. So, be sure to press that like button down below. Be sure to subscribe to get notifications on my videos. And I'll see you guys in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs.